Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
It's really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
It is episode 264, Weather Weekly. Good to be with you here as we mark the middle of February. And what a welcome change it has been. After a very cold start, we finally have flipped the script and we get a little taste of spring. We benefited from that a little bit over the weekend. And I think we really see kind of our bigger warm-up coming up this week. This week's forecast features a little bit of everything. I've got possibly some thunderstorm chances coming away midweek. We could be talking about record highs for parts of this week. And we do have some colder temperatures at some point, which could lead to some flurries. Like I said, a little bit of everything in this week's podcast here. It is the week ahead for February 16th, 2026. That's all next. You're listening to Weather Weekly.
At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
It is the week ahead for Monday, February 16th, 2026. Let's get into it here as we start things off on a Monday for the forecast. Some really dense fog. No surprise because we are warming up. We had rain over the weekend. We have had a tremendous amount of snow melt to the point where a vast majority of the snow is gone across most of the state. There's still some of those bigger piles there. They're well protected from the sun, but by and large, the snowpack is done. It's gone. So fog, locally dense early Monday morning, I think especially in the east and in the southeast. So there's probably going to be some school delays if you're listening to this really early Monday morning. So do be aware of that. That's kind of the biggest concern I have for this upcoming week, honestly, because we are going to be talking about very mild temperatures coming our way. And it really will start on Monday, all right? And then we'll continue the warm-up throughout the week. We'll go with partly cloudy skies. And again, if you have fog in the morning on Monday, it's going to take a little while. But partly cloudy skies and high temperatures will be in the mid-50s here in Indianapolis for your President's Day. Mostly cloudy for Monday night. We'll have lows around 40. And then we get better each and every day here. Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies. Should be dry during the day. High temperatures will be in the upper 50s and lower 60s. We might have a few light showers possible late Tuesday night with lows into the low to mid 50s. Wednesday is going to be the really warm day, and I think it could be record setting. First off, the record high for Wednesday is 66. That was set back not that long ago, 2017. We are going to forecast a high of 69 on Wednesday. All right. Also, should be worth noting, let's take a step backwards, the record warmest low for Tuesday night into Wednesday morning is 46. That was set back in 1981. We're forecasting that low of 53. When you wake up Wednesday morning. So could break records both on the front and back end on Wednesday. So that's going to be the day to watch. Now, here's kind of the caveat with that. We do have some rain chances. It's not going to be crazy downpours or anything like that Wednesday. But I do see some convection potential. What do I mean by that? We could actually have a few rumbles of thunder. Right now, I'm not overly concerned with severe weather. However, this time of year, because the freezing level in the upper atmosphere is so much lower than what we typically would get in the springtime and the summertime, doesn't take a whole lot of dynamics to get some hailstones going. Like I said, I don't know if we'll get to severe weather criteria, but, pea-size hail, maybe, wouldn't be shocked on Wednesday. So just kind of be aware of that. It's also going to be a little breezy. Sustained winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour and gusts up to 35. So while it's going to be warm, there's going to be some issues if you're trying to get outside a little bit, enjoy the mild air. There will be some wind. There'll be some rain. Like I said, not going to be an all-day rain, not going to be a washout, not going to be heavy rain or anything like that, okay? Now, a few more rain and thunderstorm chances coming for the end of the week. Looks like Thursday could be a little bit soggy at times through the afternoon. We'll have highs into the mid-60s, and that rain chance will then continue into Thursday night. Overnight lows will be into the mid-40s. Friday, some leftover showers, a high of 54. This is a more potent system, and on the back end, we're going to start turning colder. Friday night, maybe a few leftover rounds of precipitation, fairly light, and I do think we're going to turn colder, so that could lead to some flurries flying around. Overnight lows Friday night into the low 30s. Saturday, then partly cloudy, highs into the mid-40s. So it is kind of a back to reality type of situation for the end of the weekend. And then the national blend of models going for the start of the next week does have us kind of on a roller coaster. Nothing showing major cold for an extended period, but lower 40s for Sunday, mid 30s on Monday, mid 40s on Tuesday, and then near 50 on Wednesday of next week. Okay. That would be the 25th of February. So lots of ups and downs. Doesn't look as mild next week as what we are expecting this week, which again, not out of the ordinary. We are still not done with winter by any stretch. We're not ready to shut this down yet, but it is nice to be able to get some of these warmer temperatures. Okay. Now, in terms of rainfall over the next 7 days, about a half an inch. Around that over most of the state. You could be closer to 3/4 of an inch along the Ohio state line and along the Ohio River. That's where we're going to have the heaviest snowfall across our rainfall. We see no snow accumulation coming up over the next 7 days. So no fear there. Okay. We are going to stay snow-free for the extended period with, again, no major issues coming our way over the next week. Just a few flurries potentially as we head into Friday night into Saturday morning. All right, that's a look at the week ahead. So hopefully you can enjoy some mild weather. We'll do a little bit of stats and look ahead to the extended forecast as well. All that and more coming up next. You're listening to Weather Weekly. All right, let's look at some stats here as we're kind of halfway through the month of February. Precipitation for the month, about a third of an inch. That is down 0.81. Since December 1st, 4 inches, that is down 3.16. So we are running pretty dry for the winter, even with the heavy snow. And more on that in a second when we look at the drought monitor. Snowfall for the month, 0.2 inches. We're down 3.1. Since December 1st, 24.4. We're still up 5.9. And since July 1st, 27.9. That's our total for the snow season. We are up 8.5 inches to date. All right, Climate Prediction Center forecast coming up here for the 6 to 10 day outlook, and I already kind of gave you a preview of that. While it's above average early, and the signals on the map view are saying above average, there's going to be some below average days. We mentioned that next Monday could be potentially a colder day. We also look at above average precipitation. Again, these are the dates of February 20th through the 24th. 8 to 14-day outlook would be February 22nd to the end of the month. And then we have some stronger signals of above average temperatures to end the month and above average precipitation to end the month as well. Drought monitor was issued, or a new one was put out on Thursday. And here's what's interesting, because yes, we had a lot of snow on the ground, correct? Yes. Most of that has melted. Also correct. It's kind of hard for people to comprehend. With the amount of snow that we had on the ground, it really did not help the drought situation. Why? Well, if you think back to when we had the big snow, remember how cold it was. Why we had as much snow as we did was because of how cold it was. If it would have been closer to freezing with that snow, we probably only pick up maybe half of what we received. Many got up to a foot. That would have maybe been like a 6-inch snow, 8-inch snow. It's still a lot, but there just wasn't a lot of moisture with that. I know that your ground might be a little bit squishy because of all the snow melt, but remember, it has been cold, and it's been cold for a while. The ground is frozen very deep. While this won't completely thaw the ground out this week, it will kind of loosen things up a little bit, and you will see that the ground's going to get pretty dry pretty fast once the ground can soak that water and the melted snow in. So, with all that in mind, here's the latest update. Basically, if you want to take a line over 96th Street. If you're not familiar with 96th Street in Marion County, basically it is the county line from the north end of Marion County to Hamilton County. But it extends all the way across Hendricks and Hancock and goes north. All right. So the northern metro counties and north up through Benton, White, Carroll, Cass, Miami, Huntington, all the way to Wayne County. All right. Those areas are in a severe drought. Okay. Within that, which would include Carroll, Howard, southern Miami, Grant, northern Madison, much of Delaware, all of Blackford, Jay counties, southeast Allen counties. That is an extreme drought. All right. There's only one other step above that. So we are in bad shape that far north. And you had less snow in those areas than downstate did from our system earlier in the month. And, or late in January rather. And you didn't get nearly as much rain this past weekend than others in southern Indiana did. So you will see probably no change. And so we're going to continue with the extreme drought. Basically, Marion County and south, most of the state, with the exception of some southeastern counties in central Indiana, are under what's called abnormally dry. It's kind of the watch area. You're not technically in a drought yet, but we're watching. The rain's going to help a little bit from this weekend. All right. So we'll see. New update will be out coming up on Thursday of this upcoming week. I know I got a little long-winded there, but I did want to explain. And it is important because you don't want to go into the new growing season in a severe drought or worse in some of these places. But I don't know if we're going to see opportunities to kind of right the ship. Now, obviously, springtime is, a very soggy time. Maybe we get some of that rain before we start planting, but we will see. All right. Yep. That's all I have for you here. That's the latest update. All right. Always appreciate your feedback. Shoot me an email anytime. Marcus.bailey@wishtv.com. I'm also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Facebook I'm most active on, but I do check all the others daily. On Facebook, it's Marcus Bailey Weather. I believe that's the same for TikTok, Instagram, and X. It is at Marcus Bailey. So check that out. If you want to reach me out on social medias there. Also, you can get my forecast Monday through Friday on the TV side, Wish TV Daybreak, from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. You can also watch online at wishtv.com. Click the live stream button. You can also get our forecast for free online, wishtv.com/weather. and our free Storm Track 8 weather app. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all part of the All Indiana Podcast Network. Have a wonderful week. We will talk soon, and God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV. Online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
Nearly home. Isn't home where we all want to be? Reba here for Realtor.com, the pros' #1 most trusted app. Finding a home is like dating. You're not just looking for a place to live, you're searching for the one. That's where Realtor.com comes in. Like any good matchmaker, they know exactly where to look. With over 500,000 new real listings straight from the pros every month, you could find your perfect match today. Ranch style with a pool, barn dominium with an in-law suite? Realtor.com's got 'em. Modern craftsman with a big yard and a treehouse out back? Realtor.com will have you saying, yep, that's the one. No more swiping. It's time to start finding. Download the Realtor.com app today, cause you're nearly home. Make it real with Realtor.com.
Pros #1 most trusted app based on August 2025 proprietary survey. Over 500,000 new listings every month based on average new for sale and rental listings, July 2024 to June 2025.